Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to do a little test of a product that we actually reviewed on the channel on its own independently a few weeks ago.
Yeah, live.
Live, yeah, first ever product launch live with the P790 and the P790 Titanium.
Right.
So today we're going to take a look at the original P790, the 2017 model.
Yep.
Compare it to the new version. See what we can see. I think when you dive into the spec sheet, Matty, it doesn't look terribly different.
Right.
The lofts are the same, lies, lengths, profile. When you look down at them, I think you probably need an educated eye to really notice much of a difference.
I agree. Yep.
I mean, we've kind of tried to go in there with the calipers and see what we can see, and see if what we're seeing measures differently, and it does.
Subtly and not in the most, I guess, influential parts. Like the top lines are the same, basically.
Very, very
the sole
similar.
width is basically the same.
Yep.
There is more bulk kind of in this toe piece.
That kind of mid-mass.
But you don't see that at address by any means.
No.
So I'd be curious to see, why they've done that. Is that, maybe a CG location difference or something? Who knows? But
well, the sort of main technology that's went into these that's in a way trying to improve upon what was a really successful iron in that 2017 model is this sort of the tungsten stabilizing bar that's in the head. So the idea of the head having parts that are hotter than others that create obviously inconsistencies in distance, commonly known as hot spots.
Right.
It's one of the things they've really tried to work on with the new model.
Right.
So maybe some people who were afraid of these jumpers and getting all of a sudden getting an extra 10 yards of a flyer from a seemingly identical strike is what they're trying to work on here.
So they want to give you closer to what a blade does, where most of the center of the face is basically going to give you the same output.
Yeah, and obviously we know the DNA of these irons are purely speed with sort of clean looks.
For sure.
That's kind of what all these companies are going for with this player's distance iron. So I think it's fair to say that P790 was the market leader in that last year from a sales perspective.
Yeah, that was the
number
one.
There was more P790s, and even this year, interestingly enough, there's 2 years of sales now to back it up, but we see a lot of people coming back in now, maybe tuning them up, maybe looking to sort of try something else.
Okay. They've been out for quite a
2
while,
years,
haven't they?
Yeah. Yep.
So I think it's one of those sort of really basic starts to the video is it worth you looking at the new ones, because I'm sure the old ones can be had for a bit of a discount right now.
True.
And so is there enough similarities that someone might want to hang on to that as their purchase, or is there enough going on here that might suit someone to spend the extra money?
And I think that's it. That is exactly the test right there.
Yeah.
One thing I was looking for when I first got the new one in was, is it more bendable?
Okay.
Something that's very important to us in here, customization, and obviously making sure that we can sort of bend it, in the fit and the execution when we actually build the product ourselves. Yeah. And it does appear to be a little bit softer in the body, a little bit for sure. Okay. So you've still got the kind of forged body with the kind of face insert in there, the plate that's on there for additional speed.
Right.
But other than that, we still get speed foam, we still got the slot technology on the bottom, so there's not really too much going on there that's terribly different. As I say, the biggest difference being this stabilizing tungsten bar that's sitting sort of low in the head.
Well, I imagine we'll see that on some mishits and maybe the sound and feel and stuff like that.
Okay,
so let's hit the newer one first.
Let's do that.
Pretty good.
Nicely done.
Let's hit better. They've definitely got a click. First couple swings, you hear a bit of a...
You remember, that last, during the product launch, we said that, didn't we, that we thought if anything, actually, the titanium one we thought sounded a little bit,
I thought the
bit better, more muted.
I agree. Yeah, and I was standing back where you were, and I could sort of hear. I thought the titanium one sounded maybe a bit better.
Yeah, I thought so as well. I actually thought it felt better as well.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. It's a little scuffy, but not bad.
You got away with an awful lot. You know, if it was scuffy, you got away with all of it there.
Plenty of speed on that too. Yeah. Yeah, efficiency went down a bit, but not off the charts. That's nice. I mean, so far it's doing what you want it to do. I mean, it's mostly getting on the green. Some of the swings haven't been the best, some of the strikes haven't been the best, but definitely feel firm. There's no doubt.
Right.
They feel firm. They feel good though. Like they
what
feel
ball
good.
you got down there, XV?
It's an XV. So a firm ball, to be fair.
Yep.
Someone with a softer ball may not feel that, but I think that's the best one I hit.
Probably the best one.
Yeah, so I would look at that as a good example.
Good looking flight, isn't
It's
it?
nice, yeah, yeah. Looks like the spin is probably down, which is not a shock.
4,600 on that last one, which is not, it's not shocking by any means.
Being that it's 2.5 degrees stronger in loft, it's quite a bit of spin.
Interesting. I mean, not incredibly jumpy
No.
on that. You know, it's not something I'm watching them. You know,
just crazy off
at
the charts.
140, 143 ball speed, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so I'm swinging fairly smooth, I guess, today.
Smooth,
It's not like
yeah.
I'm going, but the output is great. Like efficiency 140
high.
and 141. That's pretty high for an iron.
Very high. Okay, let's. So this is the 2017 original model, which
Yep.
we've still got kind of kicking around. We're transitioning over.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look. Nice swing.
It's nicely hit.
Looks very much like that last one you hit with the new model, doesn't it?
Yes.
Look very similar.
Yeah. It's probably a groove low.
That speed pocket really works in those low strikes, Matty.
Does it ever?
It really
Yeah.
does. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that in a lot of fits with players. If you do stray a little bit low in the head, if you do utilize that, you know, it really retains a lot of speed. I mean, that one there for being 7 millimeters low has actually gotten slightly faster.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think that's almost like an undervalued feature because everyone hits the occasional thin shot. And unless you're thinning a really short iron or wedge, you are going to end up 10, 15 yards short most of the time with like a mid iron.
And that one you didn't lose a
anything.
single yard, a 207 on both.
Huh.
And those last three are probably about as good as you can hit it.
Yeah, I'm very happy with all those. I'm not perceiving a ton of feel difference.
Right.
Not a ton. But I don't know, maybe you need more time to kind of pick it apart. Are you hearing much from your side? They
Not
both
really.
kind of have the same kind of, it jumps nicely, there's a bit of a click and then takes off. That's hit well too.
Four beauties.
And we gave last year's version the advantage of being warmed into, but I mean the good shots with both were basically the same, weren't they?
Yeah. Let's hit five more with each. I want to see if this flyer sort of one pops up.
Okay, do you want to switch back into?
Yeah, let's go into. In fact, no, go with that.
Start
one,
with that.
yeah.
Okay.
Go with that one. We could almost reverse.
Gotcha. Yeah, good point.
2017.
All right.
Okay, looking for a flyer, Matty.
Just try to make normal swings and see what happens.
Yeah. We'll get you a set of these.
I know, seriously. 6 iron down, sold. All doing the same thing, aren't they?
Got that ball flight on autopilot.
Yeah.
People are going to think you're literally replaying the same shot. I promise we are not. That sounded a hair scraping.
The last one was probably, I got
Just
a little bit of turf.
fraction.
So So what, the spin went down,
Spin
the shade?
went down, that was all.
Decent ball speed though. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, back to the new one.
Back into the new one. That's nice. It does have the appearance of a slightly higher flight.
I left that one open, but
Okay.
well, relatively left it a bit open.
As a 200-yard or 205-yard shot, you'll
Oh, I'll be ecstatic, yeah.
you'll be over the moon with that.
Yeah.
7 yards offline. That was probably the closest one I've seen to what you done with the 2017 version.
Agree. Yeah, agree. That was a very good result.
Now that one, you go, okay, there's the flyer. Not really, you just swung a bit
Swung
quicker.
faster, yeah. 100%.
Your speed was just a little quicker, so efficiency never changed.
Spin's still the same.
Spin is on the higher side with this one. There's no doubt about that.
That's good too. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much as good as we need to see with the Matty.
Those are some goodies for sure. Yeah, they felt quite nice. I mean, if I had come in shopping for one or the other, I'd have a tough time choosing. I think it's just the color of the face finish, or just the way it sits at a dress. I do like the new one a bit better.
Shape?
Just like the shape of it at a dress a bit better, but I don't know that it's anything more than a subjective choice in that sense.
I mean, looking at those two flights, I mean, we're being picky, but slightly higher apex, stayed more to the left, had a little bit more spin with the new one, dropped in a slightly steeper angle of descent, so apex and then fell inside the 2017 version. Quite interesting.
It's very, very close.
Yeah, very close. It's similar in speed. Launch angle, it's a degree higher, and it had a couple hundred more RPMs. Good. Very good.
Very good. It wasn't meant to be a big, drastic redesign anyway, was it? Like,
no,
it was so good to begin with.
I think at times, retailers are quite happy when the manufacturers don't sort of try to reinvent the wheel, especially when they've got a winning formula.
A working wheel, yeah.
It's really, really good.
Good
The
point.
2017 was really, really good. So I think the narrative goes, if you want to get yourself a bargain, and you were looking at that technology, go out there and get the 2017 version.
Yeah, I agree with you.
If you want to go with the new model, you're not missing out on anything that the 2017 model had. So by all means, go and get the current version.
For sure.
You're going to win either way.
I think so. Yeah, I think it'd be worth it to go demo them both. You may find that someone else has a wider difference between the two. They may prefer one over the other, but
I would doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think that anyone's going to be disappointed with this 2017 version.
I mean, if you want to get into the slight technicalities of it, there are modifications.
For sure.
Inverted cone, has been modified with the new one. There's subtle little changes, but it's all under the hood.
It's under the hood, yeah. And we're talking about 20, 30 balls that we've hit with each versus, maybe over the course of 4 or 5 months on the golf course.
Yeah.
Certain mishits may be a little improved with the new one. I mean, that's going to be your own sort of experience.
Definitely. But minimal changes. Minimal changes,
Agree.
which is we're okay with that.
We're okay.
We're
Yeah.
okay.
I think a lot of people will be okay with that.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a set of those.
Absolutely. If you have a set or have access to a set at a cheaper price. It's good.
Love it.
Okay. Excellent. All right, guys. Hoping this was a video that some of you are maybe waiting to see, a little comparison on P790, a super popular iron head, and maybe curious as to whether you were going to splurge and get the new one or maybe save a few bucks. And it's really up to the consumer what they want to do, new or bargain.
Exactly.
That's it.
I love it.
Okay. Stay tuned. Lots more to come. We'll see you again soon.